Hi guys, right, just a bit of a mishmash sort of build here. Here's our new notebooks, sketchbooks, notebooks, line books. You can get them off the website if you want. So I'm doing a project. I want to start doing hand tools. So the first thing I'm going to do here is make a leather strop, a scrap piece of 3/4 inch plywood, and I got sent a sharpening station and some chisels from a company called Faithful. So I'm going to be sort of like trying to get them. When you get sort of chisels and stuff, apparently they need holding and the back's flattening. It doesn't matter how good they are. You need to do that. I've never done this before, so I'm new to it. I've never made a strop before. I've never done anything like this. So I thought I'd put it down in a video. And if I make any mistakes, guys, please, in the comments, make sure you tell me my mistakes because I learn from it and everybody else sort of learns from it. So I'm just going down with the size of my strop here. So it's 10 inches by 4 inches or something like that. So I, work it out in centimetres. So I'm just cutting the board down with the table saw. This board actually looks bigger on the video than it actually is. When you're doing these videos, things that always look like things are near to stuff and stuff's overly big. So the board looks massive, and it might look like my fingers are right near something when actually they're not. It's a weird. So I'm using this my mitre gauge thing here. This Ongdue aluminium one. It is absolutely superb. A lot of people have asked me about that. You'll see me using a more of it. It is good. Once you set it up spot on, it's fantastic. So I'm just cutting that down. That's the back for the strop there now. So I've got a piece of old leather here. We've had this piece of leather for forever. I don't know where it's from, what it's off. It's probably off some old settee or chair or something. So I'm just going to rough cut round sides. And like I say, I've never done this before, so I don't know if I'm doing it right or not. But it works. The strop works. You'll see in a bit. So I'm using some double-sided stick tape. Now, I've got some stick tape. I've got two separate lots. This first lot I'm putting on here, is absolutely garbage. If I can find the name to it that you can avoid it, I will do. I don't know what I did with the packaging. I swapped it out for another roll. You don't see that on this video, but I actually took this off and put another stick tape down. Because I don't know whether it was me or not, it just weren't sticking. And it must be something to do with the tape, because as soon as I used the other tape, it worked perfectly. Here's where you can see I'm pulling it back here, and it's just pulling away, and you shouldn't be doing that. So there's fresh tape down there now, which I didn't get on the camera. So I'm going to pull this lever as much as I can from side to side there as I pop it on top. And then I'm going to push it out. This is what I've seen on some videos, what to do. Push it out. And make sure it's this side up, so like the inside of the lever. So I'm cutting it to trimming it all down now. Make it look nice and neat. It's okay. Right, guys, you see me make the strop. I've put it in there for a minute out of the way because I don't want to get it dirty. Now, the other week, I got some of these sharpening stones off the old interwebs. And then I got talking to the guys at Faithful Tools, and they kindly sent me some chisels out and a sharpening station. Now, first thing, and what I show you there is pictures are deceiving on the internet, obviously. These, I don't know what they're like because I've never used them before, but just look at the difference in size, and I can see there that them there are absolutely much, much better quality than these. But I've got the piece of wood. I am going to make that sharpening system to show you what I'm doing anyway. But I'm going to go through setting up these chisels. Now, believe me when I say this, I've never done it before, never ever in my life. So if I'm doing something wrong, let me know in the comments. But I'm going to try it anyway. Like, I've had people go, I ain't got the confidence to do this, or I ain't got the confidence to do that. Well, now, you know, I was like that, you know, a long time ago. Well, come on, let's get sharpening some chisels. And they're not a lot of money. So if you're a beginner, newbie, you don't have to go out and spend hundreds of pounds on chisels. You can get something like this, and they look really good quality. So let's put them to the test. Right, guys, we've got these out of the box here, and I'm just looking at the back, and I just want to, it says on the box and it says on the Faithful website that they're going to need owning, but I'm going to go over, do the backs just to make sure that they're right, I think. But what you get in this set with these chisels is you get this tool roll as well. You get the end caps for the chisels. You get the end caps for the chisels as well. Now, I've heard a lot of like the old school sort of carpenters and say that they don't like these because they cut their hands on them. So, you know, you've got to go with what them guys say because they're the experts. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to give them a wipe down. Just going to give them a clean off. I'll just give them a quick spray. And just give them a wipe. Just to get any grease off and anything. Leave that to me. Right, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go onto this diamond stone here, this 1000 grit stone. So I'm just going to spray it with a bit of, this is just glass cleaner. Apparently, the word is to suspend the particles. To suspend the particles, but it must be right. So, what I've been shown, not shown, what I've seen, is to get the backs right, get you on the 1000 finger, the 1000 sharpening stone, get it sort of on a 45, and just keep pushing it, up, back and forward, keep it flat, keep pressure on it, you can feel that, and just like that, until you get them backs nice and flat. So you can see there the marks that are coming, you know, from when I first got it. But I'm just going to carry on with this. So I'll carry on with this and I'll show you when it's done. Right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use this new on-do sharpening owning system that's just come out, and they were kind enough to send me this. So I'm just going to quickly run through it and how to use it. I've had a play about with it. I'm no expert, as you know. So with this spinner here, you just get it to make sure your chisel's right. So these are 25 degrees, so it's got 25 degrees there. Oh, hang on. 25 degrees. That is spot on. And then what you can do here is set this to 25 degrees by turning this knob, and that will move that to 25, 30, 35. I don't know where the 50 comes in, but anyway, 25 degrees there. Just tighten that up. That it sort of locks in place there at 25, so you know where it is, like a positive stop type thing. Nice little brass knob. Brass knob. It's brass knobs out here. It's freezing. So what you've got here, you've got like a little recess that slides into there, and what you can do is just tighten that off onto your owning guide. So that is solid. That is like all aluminium. And then obviously with your chisel, slide it up, slide it up, and then let's lock it in. Let's get it spot on. So now that is spot on to that edge there. So you just can take this away. and you're locked off. Just give that a quick tighten. There's loads of other things that this sort of owning guide does, which I'll come to in sort of other videos. I'm going to get some planes and old planes and restore them and stuff, so I will show you that in future videos. So come to me, faithful. Thank you, faithful, for this. You got 400, 600, 1000. That's locked off. Now under here, you can see this little mark here. Make sure that mark is on the 0. That's on your 25, and then you can turn that, and it'll put a micro bevel on. I think it's about 30. I'm not sure. Somebody else might have told me. But don't forget to turn that back once you've done it. Right, so brass wheel there. Onto your stone. Nice and easy. It's lovely. On that one now. These are new chisels, so I have flattened the back just to touch the backs up, and I'm just owning these off now, and they probably don't need much. Get that burr going a bit more there. Feel for your burr. Apparently that's what you do. Like I say, I'm new to this, so if I'm new to it, you can do it as well. And we'll see at the end anyway, after I've done this, whether it's nice and sharp, the chisels. I'm just showing you one chisel here. But I'll tell you what, this on-doing owning guide's brilliant. And I'll put a link down to it in the description. You can get it off Banggood. Nice and dinger. It's got a nice bird on it, that now. So what I'll do is I will come there. Oh, lovely. Right. So here's my strop I made earlier. Just going to charge this up with some of this green stuff. Polishing compound, whatever you want to call it. You can buy smaller blocks than that, but so I think that's how you charge it up enough. So then just pull the chisel back. Just keep doing that. And then that feels really nice and sharp, that does. I'll test it in a minute. I'll be back shortly. I'm just going to do the rest of the chisels, and I'll come back and cut some wood with a chisel. Right guys, you've seen the sharpening thing with a faithful thing. Now these are these plates I got off Amazon. I'm not going to waste them. I'm going to make a little sharpening station just to show you you can get this as well. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this scrap piece of plywood, 18mm ply. That's a straight edge there. I know that edge is straight, so I've marked it straight. This is a bit wonky from cuts in the past, and it's messing with my eyes. Now I want a little bit here. I ain't got a vice or anything here at the moment. So just something to clamp it down for when I'm sort of like sharpening. But I just want to knock some of this off. That's saying about 30, so if I take it to around about 25 at the table saw. Right, I'm just going to quickly run this through at 30, so I'm setting my saw to 30 centimetres. "25 centimetres, sorry, I want 25, don't I? So 25, lock it off. Fence on these are brilliant. I'm just bringing the blade up just past that. Now, the reason for bringing the blade there, some people say bring the blade right up, and some people say just keep it on. I just like it just about there for safety reasons, number one, and number two, more of the blade's doing more of the cut. Yeah, that's what I've learned. So whether that's right or not, I don't know. But anyway, I'm just going to put this through. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to place these on here, like this, and I'm just going to smarten it up. So don't forget, I want a bit of something for clamping here, and a little bit for clamping here. So I like doing it with these sort of tools. So if I just go sort of like 3 centimetres, come on. I know that edge, I know it's all frayed and that, but I know it's straight, that edge. 3 centimetres. I'll just run a sort of line there. You don't have to be dead precise for it because it's like workshop thing. I'll just go 3 there. And I can sort of lay one of them up there, say one of them. Just this is just random for now. And I'm just going to pull down 3 centimetres from that one. That one. I'll just strike a line there, and that'll give me sort of a rough guide. So I'm using Evo stick, impact contact adhesive. Never used it before, but anything I put on this video, I'll put links down below. I don't like putting Amazon links, but I'll put them down below. I don't like sort of this kind of stuff, to be perfectly honest with you, but it's one of them sort of needs must sort of type things. Oh, it stinks. Bit of glue down there. Just get a bit on there first. I've never used it, so just bear with me, folks. See if I can spread it a bit more. Just try to keep it within them sort of lines if I can. And where's that 400? What I'm trying to do is not get it on the plate. Now it's got like a rubber back in these plates, and I was going to take it off, but somebody said to me on a group that I asked that it should be fine, so just try it. Ugh. Horrible, horrible, horrible stuff. Just spreading it as best as I can, and then what I'll do, plonk it down, get a Wonder Wipe, and I'll just make sure just get any residue off. I've got a little bit on the plate there, but I've got it off, and I'll let that set. It says let set for 24 hours. I'll put a bit of weight on that, and I'll show you the finished product. Finished, finito, finito. Right, as you can see there, it's all laid out. So basically, it is what it is. You can see what it is. I'm just going to take this chisel off me new undoey guide they were kind enough to send me. But I will get used to that. You're going to see plenty of videos. So you know the score. I've sharpened these up, but just a quick overview. Just give it a use that cheap glass cleaner. Right, got my strop. Load it up. Probably didn't need it that, but load it up. You get something out. I'll put some links in the videos to these things. Now I have took the bird off this. You didn't see it on camera. So just strop, drop, about 30 to 50 times. I'm going to get used to this using hand tool thing. I mean, probably better, but this is the first time I've sharpened chisels. Look at that.